As we're getting closer to July the 7th, the date that Empire magazine releases their Avatar the Way of Water issue, more and more images seems to hit the internet, this time around one that focuses on Jake and Neytiri as well as their family. Avatar Theory here, I hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day, and this time around I want to focus again on the brand new image that was released yesterday by Empire Online. Now, as I said, the image does focus on Jake and Neytiri as well as their family, and right there in the middle at the back we can see the human child known as Spider. As for the article, it states the following, quote, "As many people are keen to point out, it's been 13 years since James Cameron launched Avatar on an unsuspecting public, delivering the biggest film of all time out of seemingly nowhere. It's a significant amount of time that's passed in our world, and that's reflected in the upcoming sequels too. In Avatar the Way of Water, Jake and Neytiri now have a whole new brood of Na'vi kids, biological and otherwise, upping the stakes as the world of Pandora faces a whole new war. You can get acquainted with the new generation in the above exclusive image as seen in our upcoming issue, as well as Neytiri and Jake. You'll see from left to right Sigourney Weaver's adopted youngster Kiri, as well as the three biological Sully kids, Netaim, Lo'ak, and Neytiri." End quote. I just want to pause here because this confirms that Kiri is in fact not Neytiri, because there was a lot of talk online stating that, Neytiri is in fact Kiri, but not only are the characters very different looking, but it is different actresses as well. The article then continues, quote, "For Cameron, giving the Sullys a whole load of kids was all about upping the personal and emotional stakes for his 4-film sequel saga. I'm a father of 5, the director tells Empire. I look around, I don't want to specifically say the Marvel universe or the DC universe. At current fantasy and science fiction, and all these heroes seem unbound in their mire of relationships, the stuff that pulls you down and clips your wings, that stops you running around and risking your life. I thought, what if I take these incredible characters of Jake and Neytiri and give them a family? That gives them feet of clay right there. And it's not just Netaim, Lo'ak, Tuk, and Kiri in the mix. There's also Spider, played by Jack Champion, a human orphan stranded on Pandora who is taken in as part of the Sully crew. For returning star Sam Worthington, exploring ideas around fatherhood offered a chance to dig into a whole new side of Jake. It's about what you're teaching your children as they develop and grow," he says. Jake comes from the point of view of being a Marine and leans into the way of thinking because that's what was ingrained in him about surviving. Pacifism and militarism are definitely going to come clashing. It all sets the stage for an epic set of mega blockbuster sequels, though if all else fails, there's a Na'vi sitcom set up somewhere in there too. My wife and blue kids, anyone? End quote. Now, of course, from this article you can see that James Cameron has definitely poured in some of his personal life with his relationship between him and his kids into this movie, hence why he gave Jake and Neytiri some kids, and it also changes things up a bit, adds a lot of risk involved in some of the action scenes and maybe even some consequences in some of the choices that Jake and Neytiri makes, and I am really interested to see how the human kid Spider will play a role into the bigger picture, how it will affect Jake and Neytiri's relationship, because at the moment they have 2 adopted kids, one of them being Kiri and one of them being Spider. Now, of course, we know that Kiri is played by Sigourney Weaver, so it's still yet unknown how Sigourney Weaver is playing this character, if it is Grace being reborn somehow, if this is one of the recoms that was mentioned in one of the videos, because perhaps Kiri was a recom soldier that escaped as a kid and had the memories of Grace. Therefore, maybe Jake and Neytiri took her in because they realized that this is in fact Grace, or a version of Grace in that sense. Regardless, like I said, with the magazine coming out July the 7th, we're probably going to get a ton more information on Avatar the Way of Water and the sequels. So if that's something you want to stay up to date with, then be sure to click the subscribe button. But let me know in the comments below what you think of this image. And for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.